Hello again, Purple Orchid, and I'm going to speak about the years from I was 11 until 19. These, of course, were the years that are insecure anyway as teenagers, and I was a nervous child. I was conscientious about the work I did for school. I was very, very probably codependent on my parents. I was always worried that something was going to happen to my mum, particularly. In the next decade after this, in my 20s, something did happen to my mum. Anyway, from the ages of 11 to 19, I studied at school. I was going to church as usual. We were in church groups, badminton groups. I played badminton. And that's actually where I met my first boyfriend, who was to become my husband. Tom was shy, I was shy, and we literally grew up together. And I can say that for all that we've been through together, and we have been through an awful lot, he is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I love him dearly. He is such a good man, such an honest, direct man. And he and I, through what we've been through, and I'm not going to share it just now, he is my best friend. I didn't start menstruation until I was 16, and I had a dreadful time with it after that. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I had very painful, very heavy times during my period, and it was awful. I started at the age of 17 to have premenstrual tension, which was horrendous. I was crying all the time. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't speak to anybody about it. I just knew I was so different. And one day, in absolute desperation, not knowing what was wrong with me, I went to my minister's door and I broke down and I said, I don't understand my life. He wrote to my doctor and I was given medication for premenstrual syndrome and a hormone irregularity. I met Tom at a badminton dance when I was 19 and he was 17, and although we'd known each other through the church, we got on like house and fire. We shared similar morals. We were both very honest, and he and I were both very shy. And I found it very difficult to speak to people because I didn't think my opinion was of any worth. I didn't feel worth in myself, and this has nothing to do with the way I was brought up. Something in me was like that. Now, this is only my belief, but I believe we are predestined to follow the path that we have, and whether it's difficult or whether you get an easy life, I think it's all set out. My path was hard, really hard, full of breakdowns, full of emotions. 4 years of agoraphobia that I genuinely couldn't go out the door. But the love I had for my family and from my family was incredible. People moved away because they didn't understand what was wrong with me. They thought I should be so grateful for what I had in my life, and I was. But I was ill, and I was very ill. Anyway, I went to Jordan Hill and I started studying to become the primary school teacher that I always wanted to be. And I'm glad to say that I succeeded in that, and teaching was a wonderful job. wonderful, and I have met and I still speak to some of the pupils that I taught, and I was always an authentic teacher. I thought out with the box. I didn't stick to what was there. I go with the flow and I follow my gut. And that's what I've done all of my life. I was never able to speak like this before. I have been through so much, and people have judged me and stigmatised me. But now I have my voice. I forgive everybody that does that, because people don't know that they don't know. And if they've not been through certain circumstances, they won't know. But I don't engage in negativity. I hate negativity. I hate arguments. I will put my point across. If people don't agree with me, it's okay. If people don't like me, that's okay too. But I'm just here to maybe connect with someone who's felt the way I have felt. So that's my teenage years, and I will then share what happened to me from my 20s to my 30s in the next video, which I hope I can do today. Have a good day, and if you're feeling down or if you're feeling bad, don't feel alone. There are people who have been there, and there are people who care. And we don't all look like an oil painting. I certainly don't. Oh, my looks have been a problem to me all my life. But I'm 67 now, so if I look like this, then I've been through so much, it doesn't really matter what people think about me. So have a good day. See you later.